Hoijlund loses it in training, a heated confrontation with new signing Seko at Carrington. In a development that has both stunned supporters and created a stir within Manchester United's inner circles, the usually composed training atmosphere at Carrington erupted into an unexpected scene of tension and confrontation on Thursday morning. Young Danish striker Rasmus Hoijlund, already under significant pressure to cement his place in the team ahead of the new season, clashed publicly with the club's recent acquisition Benjamin Seko. The exchange, both verbal and physical in nature, unfolded just 3 days before United's Premier League opener against Arsenal at Old Trafford, casting an unplanned shadow over what should have been the final stages of calm preparation. The timing could hardly have been more delicate. Manager Ruben Amorim has been working meticulously to blend new signings into a squad still finding its rhythm after a turbulent previous campaign. The last thing anyone expected was a training ground bust-up that would command more headlines than tactical drills or fitness updates. A clash of ambitions. When Hoijlund signed from Atalanta earlier in the summer for a considerable fee, he did so amid a cloud of excitement and expectation. Touted as one of Europe's most promising young forwards, his arrival was meant to inject a new cutting edge into United's attack. From his first day at Carrington, he has been open about his determination to claim the starting striker role, particularly for big games like the upcoming clash against Arsenal. Seko's arrival, however, introduced a complication. A tall, physically imposing forward with a reputation for relentless pressing and strength in duels, Seko offers a very different skill set to Hoijlund's more technical, space-exploiting style. While both men have trained hard in pre-season, competition for that central role has been fierce. On Thursday, those simmering ambitions boiled over. The trigger came during a small-sided game designed to replicate high-intensity attacking sequences. On one particular play, Seko closed Hoijlund down with a crunching challenge, clean by the rules but heavy enough to knock the Dane off balance. Hoijlund, who had been visibly agitated in previous minutes, reacted immediately. Witnesses describe him springing to his feet and confronting Seko directly, his voice carrying across the pitch. Words were exchanged, some sharp, some personal, and within seconds, the drill had stopped entirely as players turned to watch. How the confrontation unfolded. Accounts from within the camp suggest the first few minutes of the session had already been laced with competitiveness. Amorim had split the squad into two sides, one captained by Bruno Fernandes, the other led by Casemiro. Hoijlund and Seko, both positioned as focal points for their respective teams, were inevitably going to collide. It was midway through the drill when Seko's aggressive pressing forced Hoijlund to miscontrol the ball. Frustration bubbled over as Seko's subsequent tackle sent the striker tumbling. Hoijlund, breathing heavily and red-faced, reportedly shouted, "Play fair. This is training, not a proving ground for who can hit the hardest." Seko, known for his directness, responded without hesitation, "If you want to start for Manchester United, you have to win every ball. No excuses." The exchange grew louder, with Hoijlund snapping back, "This is my chance, my position. I'm not letting anyone take it from me." By now, several teammates had drifted toward the pair. The atmosphere was tense enough that Lisandro Martinez, never one to shy away from confrontation, stepped in with an arm around Hoijlund to pull him back, while Fernandes placed a hand on Seko's shoulder, speaking to him quietly. Leadership steps in. Fernandes' intervention was calm but firm. As captain, he reminded both players that Manchester United's strength depends on unity, not division. "We fight together, not against each other," he reportedly told them. Martinez's approach was more blunt, "Save it for Sunday. Arsenal is the enemy, not your teammate." Training resumed shortly after, but the energy of the session had changed. Coaches monitored the two closely, ensuring they were kept on separate sides for the remainder of the drills. While both continued to train professionally, there was an unmistakable edge in their movements, each touch of the ball seeming like a statement, each run a subtle assertion of authority. Amorim's tactical puzzle. For Ruben Amorim, the incident complicates what was already a challenging decision. Both forwards bring contrasting qualities that could influence the outcome against Arsenal. Hoijlund's ability to exploit space behind the defensive line could be vital against a possession-heavy opponent, while Seko's physical dominance might provide a different threat, especially in aerial battles. Publicly, Amorim downplayed the clash, telling reporters that these moments happen in competitive environments, and insisting the focus remains on Sunday. Privately, though, it forces a tactical question: does he start the player who has been in his plans for weeks, or the one who has shown the sharper edge in training, even if it came at the cost of upsetting the squad's mood? Implications beyond Sunday. The fallout from Thursday's incident extends beyond the immediate lineup decision. Squad harmony is fragile, especially in a side integrating multiple summer signings and coming off a season that fell short of expectations. If not managed carefully, tension between two key attacking options could spill over into match situations, substitutions, and even dressing room dynamics. The club's investment this summer, financially and emotionally, has raised the stakes. United's failure to secure Champions League football last season has put pressure on Amorim to deliver results quickly. Every dropped point will be magnified, and internal friction will be scrutinized in a way that might not have been the case in a more settled squad. Fan and media reaction. By the afternoon, news of the altercation had reached social media, sparking a flurry of opinion. Supporters debated whether the fire shown by both players was a positive sign of commitment or a worrying glimpse of potential disharmony. Some praised the passion, seeing it as evidence that every position must be earned. Others cautioned that infighting, particularly so close to the season opener, could distract from the collective mission. Sports media outlets seized on the story, with pundits offering differing takes. Some suggested Amorim should start both players in a two-striker system to diffuse the rivalry. Others argued that dropping one entirely would send a message about discipline and unity. Looking ahead to Arsenal. As United's preparations enter their final stage, the focus inevitably returns to football. Whether Hoijlund or Seko starts, or whether Amorim surprises everyone by pairing them, will be one of the key talking points before kickoff. For Hoijlund, Sunday offers a chance to channel Thursday's frustration into a performance that justifies his confidence. For Seko, it's an opportunity to prove that his aggressive style is not just about making a mark in training but about delivering results on the pitch. The stage is set for a potentially season-defining opener. Whatever happens, the events at Carrington will be remembered as more than just a training scuffle. They will be seen as an early test of Manchester United's character, leadership, and ability to balance fierce competition with shared purpose.